the addition and subtraction of decimal fractions. Here we are going to have them when they are combined, but remember, when we have combined operations, always we have what we call the bodemans. We use this bodemans, whereby this is the bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So in this lesson today, we are now going to have addition and subtraction, whereby we are now going to follow the as, whereby addition is going to be the first, then followed by subtraction. So you have to put that one in mind. Then again, we are having what we call a decimal fraction. So there is what we call a decimal fraction. So from primary 5, we discussed what we called the decimal fractions. Now we are going to take a simple a quick example here. We are going to get our whole. For example, this is our whole, as you are seeing. Then this whole is going to be divided into 10 parts. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now out of 10, I'm going to shade only one part. So this one part I've shaded is now 1 out of the 10. So this 10 represents the whole, which was divided into 10. Then I have picked one part here. So what does this mean? It means that this one is less than a whole, and once it is less than a whole, so it's going to form what we call a decimal fraction. So decimal fractions represent the parts that are less than the whole, whereby the whole is made up of 10 parts. Then we have picked one part, then this one, it is now a decimal, it is just less than the whole, and we are going to represent this one as 0.1. So this one will just be moved in front here, then it brings, whereby we have a point here, then this point will be moved here, then we have a 0.1 because we've not made it is less than the 10 parts there. Alright, so that is a decimal fraction. So this decimal fraction, it has two parts. One, it has a whole, the part for the whole, and the part for the decimals, the numbers that are less. Now when we look at this our first example here, it is 0.1, meaning that this is 0 is our whole, and this one, it is our decimal, and this point here, it is a decimal point. So this is a decimal point. Now these are decimal numbers, and now these are decimal places. Then again, we are going to look at now the part of the decimal places. We have 2, then 0.41. Now when we look at this one, this is a whole, and now these are decimal numbers. Then from primary 5, we said decimal places or place values of decimals, they start from tenths. So whereby we said tenths means out of a 10, then we go to hundredths, meaning that out of 100, meaning that when we are dealing with the decimal fractions, we are dealing with the wholes being divided into tens, hundreds, thousands. That's what we are dealing with. And then here we from hundreds, then out of thousand, then it becomes thousand. So from our numeracy, the first topic, then this means that out of a thousand, and so on. Therefore, why am I bringing in this one? So that we remember how we can give the place value. So now we come back to this number here, which is now 2.41, whereby now our 2 is going to be under ones because it is a whole. Then this one, it is the first decimal number, so it is going to be under the place value of tenths. Then this one is going to be under 100 what? 100ths. So still, if you have 3, 4, 1, then 0.45 and 6. Therefore, this one, now this is the side for the whole, and this one is for the decimals, whereby now this one is ones, then we come here, it is tens, and this is hundreds. Then when look at this 4, it is the first one, the first decimal number. So the first decimal place value, it is tenths, because we said we divide our wholes into tens, into hundreds, into thousands, like that. Then this one becomes this is tenths, then this one becomes a hundredths, now this one becomes thousandths. Therefore, I think now you've remembered how we can give the place value of decimals. So when we look at the addition and subtraction of decimal fractions, we have to bear in mind our bodemans, and also we have to bear in mind what we call the place values, and we have to arrange our work vertically. So now let us get started. Let us now how we can do it. For example, they can tell us to add, the instruction can be add 2.62 then plus 14 then plus 6.4. So now this is our number. Please arrange your work neatly. Now when we look at our number here, we have to arrange our number vertically, but again here we are not going to apply body mass simply because we have only one operation, that is addition. We have only one sign. So when we look at our number here, we are going to start with the biggest number. When we look at the biggest number, it is a 14. So you space your work. So this is 1 and a 4. But again, as we do this one, we give them place values. So a 4 is under ones. Then here we have under tens. Sorry, let me rub this one. I write it clearly. So 1 is under tens. Then after that, we choose another one out of these two that have remained. For example, we can take a 2.62. Now when we look at this 6.2, when we have 6 sidewalks 2.62, then this 2 is under ones. Then this 6 is under tenths. This is under ones, and this one is under 100ths. Therefore, if I'm to bring it here, then here I'm going to introduce a point. When I introduce a point, then I'm going to introduce decimal place values. So this one is a point, then decimal place values, like I have the tenths there, then I'm going to have the 100ths. Then I come here, then this 2 is under ones, so I put it under ones. Then here I have my point, then a point comes here, then I have 6 under tenths, so this is 6 under tenths. Then I have 2 under 100, so 2 is going to be under 100. So use your ruler and draw these two bars. Then what are we doing? The operation is telling us to let me first remove these bars because we still have another one here. We have this is 6, so this is 6. Now this is 6 is a whole, so it's under ones, so I put it under the column for ones. Then my point comes here, then this 4 is under tenths. Then we don't have 100, so here we add a 0 to keep the place value, because we don't have the place value for 100ths. That's why you put a 0 to keep the place value. Then you get your ruler and you draw. Then we start to add. So 2 plus this one, we get a 2. Then 6 plus this one, this is a 10. Then we take a 1 to the next place value, because 6 plus this one we get a 10. So we write 0. Then we take a 10 to the next place value. So 1 plus 4, it becomes 5. 5 plus 2, that is 7. 7 plus 6, 7. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So we write a 3 and we take a 1 to the next place value, because it is under tens. Then 1 plus this one, we get a 2. But please don't forget our decimal point, so it becomes 23.020, 23 and 200ths in words. Alright, now let us look at also another together, but what I urge you is to organize your work nicely. Please do it very well. Write it with care. Okay, now we are now having this number, we are subtracting, so the order is saying subtract 4.0143 then minus 2.12 and a 4. Now when you look at this number is very big, but we have to give it place values. So we start with this one, which is too long. So we have our 4, so this 4 is a whole. Then we have a 0, we have a 1, we have a 4, we have a 3 and a 1. Now we are going to give them place values. So this one is a whole, so it's under ones. Now this one is under tenths, we add th. Now this is under 100ths, th. This one is under thousandths. Then this one is under 10,000ths. Now this is under 100,000ths. 100,000ths. This one here. So this is 10ths, 100ths, thousandths, then 10,000ths, then 100,000ths. Let me make this one clear. So it is 100,000ths. All right, now so we bring this number here. Now this 2 is now going to be under ones, so we put it under ones. Our point comes here. Then this 1 is under 10th, so we are going to put it under 10th. Then this 2 is going to be under 100th. Then the 4 is going to be under 1,000th. Then we don't have 10,000th, so we add a 0 to keep the place value. So but now our first marking point is the place value. If you don't show this, if we are marking, you don't get anything. But when we are marking and on me seeing this, I just give you a method mark, then I will give you a bonus mark or the answer mark if now the answer it's correctly subtracted. But once you miss out the place value, my dear, you don't earn anything. And when we are subtracting, we don't start from the left, we start from the right. So 1 take away 0, we remain with our 1. 3 take away 0, we remain with our 3. 4 take away 4, we remain with a 0. 1 take away 2, this one is impossible. So if it is impossible, we come to the neighbor and we regroup, but here we don't have any group, so we cross again to the next neighbor. Now this next neighbor, we are going to take one group, and now we remain with the 3 groups, but the one group we are taking here is now going to consist a 10. Now we have brought 10 things. Then out of this 10, we are going to take one group and we take it to the neighbor. So here we are remaining with a 9. Then we take here a 10 to the neighbor. If we take a 10 to the neighbor, then this 10 plus this one, we are now going to make a 10 plus this one, we are now making the 11. So this is 11. So this 11 take away 2, that is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So it is a 9. So we remain with a 9. So now this 9, I'll take away 1, we remain with the 8, then our point, then 3 take away 1, we remain with the 1. So our answer becomes 1.89031 as our answer. So let us look at another example. Anyway, okay, so let us now take this other example. They are telling us to work out. Example 3, it is saying work out. This is 4.3, then plus 4.6, then minus 2.3. Now when you look at this number, the first thing we are going to see is that we have two different signs. We have the addition and the takeaway. That one calls for the use of our Bodmans. Therefore addition is going to be number first. So we are having 4.3 add 4.6 and take away. So already this number is arranged. So we are going to start with our 4.3. Then this is a whole, so this is under ones. Now this is under tenths. So then this phase also going to be under ones, our point, then 6 under tenths. Then we are going to first do what? Add, because now we are dealing with the Bodmas and we are having two different signs. So we are going to first add, then we subtract. So 3 plus this one, we have a 9, then point 4 plus 4, that is an 8. So after adding, we are now going to subtract. So 8.9, so this 8 is under ones and this 9 is under tenths. So we are now bringing it 2.3. So 2 is under ones, so 2 point, now our 3 under tenths. Then we are doing what? We are subtracting. So 9 take away 3, we remain with a 6. Then point 8 take away 2, we remain with a 6. Therefore our answer becomes 6.6. So that is when we let us look at also another example here. So this example is telling us to work out. So the number is now 69.5 minus 0.03, then plus 1.006. Alright, now when you look at this number, also you have to be observant. We have two different signs, so we are going to apply what we call the Bodman. So we are going to start with addition. Now when you look at this number, this one is telling us that 69.5 take away now, meaning that this is 0.03, it has been taken away. So this one is for subtraction, and now this is the addition. So this is the subtraction and this is the addition. So we have sa instead of as. Are we getting? Because body mass we use as. Now when you look at this one, it is sa. So now here they have started with the subtraction, then they have ended with the addition. So but with our body mass, we start with the addition, then subtraction comes here. Therefore we start with our first number, which is 69.5. then we give it place values. This is under ones, now this is under tens, then this one is under 10. It is good. Now because this is so we have to use as, so we have to start with the addition from the bottom. So we start with this sign here, which is plus 1. So it is and this one is under ones, then point, then this is under tenths, then we have 0, then we have a 6. Now when we look at this one here, meaning that this one is now giving us another place value. What is this place value? It's now going to be 100. So it goes beyond also to thousand. Now when we look at this number here, we don't have the hundreds, so we add there a 0 to keep the place value. Even here we add a 0 to keep a place value. If you see that you don't have those place values, some numbers are not having those digits under those place values, we just add a 0 to keep the place value. So what is this one? It is addition. So we are following board mass. Good, I think we are still together. Okay, now this is a 6, we are adding, so 0, so 5 plus 5 is 0, that is a 5, then 0.9 plus 1, that is a 10, we write a 0, we carry 1 to the next place value, 6 plus 1, that is a 7. So after adding we come for our subtraction. So now 70.506 we take away. Now we give the place values. This is under ones, is still tenths, then this is the tenths, now this is the hundredths, then this one is the thousandths. So now this is 0 is under ones, then our point, then 0, then our 3. So what are we going to do here? So it has to be double here. So here we add a 0 to keep the place value. So 6 take away 0, we remain with the 6. 0 take away 3, it is small. So we regroup here, we remain with 4 groups, we bring 10. Now this 10 take away 3, we remain with a 7. So 4 take away 0, we remain with our 4. Then our point here 0, then a 7. So our answer becomes 70.476. So now let us look at one more example, and then we write the assignment. Alright, so we are having this example here, which is 2.89 minus 2.96, then plus 3.36 and 4. Alright, what are we going to follow? We are going to follow our board mass. So I'm going to start with mass actually. So we are going to start with the mass, and this mass we have addition first, then subtraction, but here we have subtraction then addition, meaning that they have interchanged it. So we have to bring a here, then s there. So it's now going to be 2.89. we give place values, ones, tenths here, then this is going to be 100ths. Then now we are going to start with addition. So we are this one is going to be the safest to come here. So the 3 is going to be under ones, then our point and the point, then 3 under tenths, then 6 under 100ths, then 4 is now going to be under thousandths. But now this one is not having that number under thousands, so we give it a 0 to keep the place what? Our place value. Then what are we doing? Our operation is telling us to do what? To add 4 plus 0, that is a 4, 9 plus 6, that is 10, 15. So we write a 5, we take 1 to the next place value. So 9 plus 3, because 1 plus 8, that's 9 plus 3, 9, that is a 12. So we put we carry this 1 to the next place value. So 1 plus 2, that is a 3, 3 plus this one is 6. So our decimal point. Therefore we have now from here, then our new number, it is now a 6.254 4. Then what next? We are now bringing subtraction, so take away. So this is under ones, then this is under tenths, then this is under a hundredths, now this is under a thousandths. So take away now 2 under ones, then 0.9 under tens, and 6 under under tenths. So I mean hundredths. So this 4 is, we give it a 0 as the place value to keep the place value. So 4 take away 0, we remain with the 4. Then 5 take away 6, this is small, so we regroup here, we remain with one group, we bring a 10. So this 10 plus 5, it gives us a 15. So 15 take away 60, that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So we remain with a 9. Then 1 take away this one, this is small, so we regroup here, we remain with 5 groups, we carry 10, so it makes this one to be 11. 11 take away 9, 9, 10, 11, so we remain with the 2, our point here. Then 5 take away 2, that is a 3. Therefore our answer is a 3. So